Michael Vick, 13 NFL seasons, 4 Pro Bowls. He knows Doug Pederson because Doug Pederson, I believe, was in Kansas City with the Andy Reid stuff. No, it was. Let's ask him. Let's get Michael Vick on, joining us live. So, Michael, Doug Pederson fired. Where did you work with Doug Pederson?
In Philadelphia from 2009 to 2012. So I was with him for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time together. I know Doug personally, and I kind of know how he think a little bit.
Okay, so let me ask you. I didn't like pulling Jalen Hurts. I thought it was a big mistake. I think when you have a young quarterback, you're just trying to give them these moments where they can build confidence. It was a moment for Jalen Hurts to win a football game. I thought it was a great moment for Jalen, and I think Doug butchered it. That's my opinion. Do you think that led potentially to his firing?
Oh, no doubt. Without question. I think everything in the end, down the stretch, was sort of mismanaged by Doug, and it started, when he first put Jalen Hurts on the field. Was it a need to put Jalen out there? I don't know. Was it out of desperation? Who knows? But I just felt like a lot of things was mismanaged, and that was a game of significance for the Philadelphia Eagles. One, to get a look at Jalen Hurts, and two, to kind of close the season out in style, so to speak. But he pulled Jalen, and we was all excited about Jalen, and we talked him up, and we wanted to see him finish and play against a good football team, a decent football team in the Washington football team, and for him to do that, took the air out of the building. So, it's shocking that they fired Doug. He just, 4 years removed from a Super Bowl, but he accomplished some great things in Philadelphia.
By the way, I'm not going to tell you the comments that Mike and I talked before we went on the air. He actually golfed 2 days ago with Jeffrey Lurie, the Eagles owner. He didn't mention anything about firing a coach, right?
No, but he certainly picked my brain on some things, and it's fair to say he's a great listener. But we didn't. We didn't talk about Doug at all. It was more about just coaching principles and things to look for. And I thought it was very intriguing. And myself and Larry Fitzgerald, we had great conversation. I had a good round of golf, but I didn't know that it was going to lead to this. And it's fair to say I had nothing to do with this, Doug, if you're watching.
I appreciate that. Well, you and I were both happy because I've said this before. I think sometimes we bully in the media. We can all be kind of bad. And I think I was tired of hearing about how Lamar Jackson couldn't win if he was behind. And I'm like, timeout.
Right.
He's won 81% of his games.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame coaches win 57%, and we give him a gold jacket. I thought it was a real moment for Lamar. And I got to tell you, down the stretch of that game, with the lead, I thought he played really smart. He knew to sit down. He stayed in bounds. There was ball security. I felt like I saw growth with Lamar. Your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. And for 1 second, did I think that Lamar was going to lose that game, even after he threw the pick early in the first quarter. And it was a ball that I think got away from him. But for him to, just stay in sync, stay in tune with the offense, and not get flustered, and not, start pressing, play within himself, and allow his teammates to work for him and work with him. I think that was the telltale sign of the game. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of resiliency, and he had a lot on his plate. He had a lot on his back, and yes, us, the media, and as critics, because we can be critical. We have that platform. We kind of say the things that we mean or what we expect to see. And Lamar, he might take it personal, but he understands how this whole business works. And, that's why you get what you got yesterday. You get a guy who's, just in tune with what's going on and, very enthused about, playing the game of football. And this showed up yesterday. And I won't say he's out to prove everybody wrong. He's out to just continue to progress and get better and help his team progress towards a championship.
All right, Saints pretty much rolled Tom Brady twice. Now they meet for a third time. Will it look different? Anything you like about Tampa right now?
The thing I love about Tampa right now is, Mike Evans. He's really turned up right now. He's playing a different game. He looks different, playing with a lot of confidence. And Antonio Brown, I think it's going to be the X factor in this game. He didn't play in the first one. I think he was just joining the team the second time they played.
Yep.
But, Janoris Jenkins and Marshawn Lattimore going to have their work cut out for them because Antonio Brown is still one of the best receivers in the league. And I think he's a great compliment to Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. So he opens everything up. And it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Not to say that it can't be done, but, some crazy things are going to have to happen in order for Tom Brady to not walk out of the stadium with a win this weekend.
Would you give Big Ben another year? And if so, why?
I'll give Big Ben another year, and I'm not saying this because he's my boy. I thought he left a lot out on the field last night. I thought he battled. It was a very intricate season for the Pittsburgh Steelers when you think about it in this totality. From scheduling to COVID to not having a bye, and these guys I think wore down. They was tired. You had a lot of guys injured, especially when Devin Bush and Bud Dupree went out. Early in the year, it killed the momentum of this football team. And the one thing that has to happen if Ben's going to come back, you're going to have to find him a running game. You look at the older quarterbacks in the league, they all got run game.
Yeah.
They all got a run game around them. Aaron Rodgers, he has a run game. Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Those guys got run game to complement what they're trying to do at this age, and it's not easy. So they need that complement, and that's the only way, I think Ben should consider coming back because right now it's at his discretion.
So Jared Goff's got an injury. I don't like their chances going up to Green Bay. Warm weather team, go to cold weather Green Bay, well-rested Packers. But as we saw, Pittsburgh was well-rested. Some of their stars and didn't play well. Goff's not playing with confidence. Go back to your career. If you struggled, if you had a 2-game streak, did you ever lose confidence? How do you regain it as a quarterback?
The only way to gain confidence as a quarterback is to go out and find some confidence. And if that's throwing the touchdown pass early, if it's just finding a way to win the game, that's what it's going to take. But it takes an awful lot, and it's easier to lose your confidence than to gain it. So what you have to do is just play with a lot of heart, play with the will to win, so to speak, and not worry about making the mistakes because, at that point, you already have everything barreling down on you. The only thing you can do is trend up from there. I think it's going to be tough for Jared Goff this weekend, especially with the thumb injury. I know it's not all the way healed and it's going to be cold. So, the pressure is going to continue to mount, but expectations won't change for Jared Goff and the Rams.
Yeah. By the way, I saw the line this morning. The Cleveland Browns are getting 10 points. They're a 10-point underdog to Kansas City. And I said, here's my thing with Kansas City. I couldn't tell you the last time they beat a team by 10 points. I thought they played terribly down the stretch. And then they didn't play Mahomes in week 17. So they're just sitting home and watching. Did you ever get a bye? Do you know guys that got a bye? I don't think the bye is always the answer to everything. Your thoughts on Kansas City sitting around and Cleveland coming off their best win in 30 years?
Yeah, the best thing about a bye is just getting guys healthy in terms of momentum. It's kind of hard to replace that. It's hard to, simulate game speed and being out there, getting hit, throwing passes into coverage. Those are things that have to happen when you're out in the field. And Kansas City, they've been sitting for a long time. And Cleveland, they riding that wave right now. And momentum is real. So, Kansas City, they're going to have to be ready. And Baker Mayfield is coming. The one thing I know about the Cleveland Browns team is that when they come into a stadium, they know exactly what they're going to do to you right now. They're going to try to pound the ball, keep the opposing quarterback off the field, make their plays, and try to find a way to play some defense to win the game. Yeah.
Mike Vick, back in Florida. He'll be back out here in California. We got a Sunday NFL kickoff show on Saturday this week on Fox. Mike, it's great seeing you as always, man.
No doubt. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.